epithelial tissue. First of all, let us see the properties of epithelial tissue here. Properties of epithelial tissue. An epithelium may be derived from any of the three germinal layers, ectoderm, endoderm, or mesoderm. Any of the three germinal layers. We have some touch with these germinal layers. If we remember, I said about the gastrula, that outer layer is the ectoderm, inner layer is the endoderm. In between them, there is another layer that is the mesoderm. That means this is the gastrula stage. This gastrula stage only going to become adult, isn't it? Ectoderm and endoderm, mesoderm. These three layers are only going to form the whole body. So that if you take connective tissues, they are from mesoderm. When we go for muscular tissue, they are from mesoderm. As I already said to you in case of coelom, muscular tissue derived from mesoderm. Nervous tissue derived from ectoderm. Okay, we have four types of tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Connective tissue derived from mesoderm. Muscular tissue derived from mesoderm. Then, if we come to the nervous tissue, that is from ectoderm. That means they only divide and form that particular tissue. Okay. Then, what about epithelial tissue? Epithelial tissue is going to form all the three germinal layers: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. This is the property, characteristic feature of epithelium. Okay. So, points wise, that this is the first point. Epithelial tissue derived from any of the three germinal layers, ectoderm, endoderm, or mesoderm. Next, epithelial tissue lies on basement membrane. The next one is epithelial tissue lies on basement membrane. Who is called basement membrane? This is basement membrane. Okay, this is called basement. Any epithelial tissue that lies on basement membrane. So that is the second property here. Epithelium rests on basement membrane, which is secreted partly by epithelial cells, partly by underlying tissue. That how it is, that we need to see here. Partly by epithelial cell, partly by that underlying tissue. That in the basement membrane, basically there are two portions can be seen over. There are two portions you can see in the basement membrane. One is called basal lamina. One is called basal lamina, and one is said to be reticular lamina. That basal lamina and reticular lamina. Okay, so here it is. Basal lamina and reticular lamina that lies close to the underlying connective tissue. Reticular lamina which lies close to the underlying connective tissue. Okay, so let's draw a little bigger and we'll come back here. Let's draw a little bigger. So we said there is an epithelial tissue, that any epithelial tissue lies on basement membrane. So I drawn the basement membrane for you. This is the basement membrane. Okay, so this is the basement membrane. Above on the basement membrane, what you can see? We can see the cells like this. Okay, so this is the free surface. You just understand. This is the free surface of the epithelial cells. In future times, so many times it will come. And here, epithelial tissue lies on connective tissue. That means below the epithelial tissue, what do you see here? We can see connective tissue. Okay, so that is the connective tissue. Okay. So then, now we have to talk about. So what is this? Basement membrane comprises of basal lamina. This is basal lamina, and below that we can see reticular lamina. Reticular lamina. Okay, so it is believed to be basal. This is connective tissue. So let me write here also. Then that we can justify the theory. Then okay, connective tissue. Then what these are? Epithelial cell layer. Epithelial cell layer. Okay, so these are the basic issues are over. Epithelial cell layer. Okay, I drawn the diagram little bigger because we are drawing it for first time. So let me say this is the epithelial cell layer and this is basal lamina and this is reticular lamina, and this is connective tissue. Okay. Now, now let's talk about the properties of the epithelial tissue. Okay, epithelial tissue, as we have seen earlier, the cells are very closely adhere each other, and the cell layer lies on the basement membrane. This is the property. The cell layer lies on basement membrane. Basement membrane comprises of, this is basement membrane. Basement membrane comprises of two portions. What are the two portions of the basement membrane? Basal lamina and reticular lamina. Basal lamina and reticular lamina. Okay, so this basement membrane comprising these two issues, basal lamina and reticular lamina. Basal lamina believed to be formed from the epithelial cell layer. Reticular lamina believed to be formed from the connective tissue. Reticular lamina lies above on the connective tissue. Okay, so basal lamina, above the basal lamina, epithelial cell layer is present. These are all the different kinds of properties here. Now, let's go there and see one after another the tissues. Okay, so we are talking about the basement membrane consists of basal lamina that lies close to the epithelial cell and reticular lamina that lies close to the underlying connective tissue. That was the issue given in textbook here, that I shown the total to you. That remaining issues are also I said to you, that about the basal lamina, reticular lamina, and how they form and where they present. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Then epithelial tissue is avascular. What is avascular? No blood vessel. Avascular means no blood vessel. Generally, presence of blood vessel and blood capillaries indicates the providing nourishment. That means that supply of oxygen, supply of the food material are possible with the help of blood vessels only. And we declared now, no blood vessel. No blood vessel means how do they get nourishment? That obtain nourishment from underlying tissue by diffusion. Underlying tissue by diffusion, as is shown to you. This is the epithelial tissue layer where there is no vascularization. Blood vessels and capillaries are absent. Then how do they get food material? How do they get food material? Underlying tissue is the connective tissue generally. So this connective tissue is going to supply the food to the epithelial tissue. Okay, they get underlying from obtaining nourishment from the underlying tissue, whatever present below them. Okay, then free surfaces of certain epithelial cells have microvilli or stereocilia. Microvilli or stereocilia. Free surfaces. Who is called free surface? That the above one, this is called free surface. So we are talking about here. These free surfaces may have microvilli. In case of proximal convoluted tubule of the nephron, these microvilli are present. That is for what? That is to increase the area of absorption. Or they are saying they may have either stereocilia, either they may have microvilli or free surface of the epithelial cells may have microvilli, or they may contain stereocilia, or they may contain stereocilia. Okay, so the microvilli example we have taken that the proximal convoluted tubule of the nephron. Then stereocilia. Where do you see the stereocilia? You can see the stereocilia, that long and non-motile cilia, like the process seen in reproductive tract, epididymis, male reproductive system. And also you can see in the internal ear, epididymis and internal ear, you can see the stereocilia. Then here from this area, what to be remembered over from this area? Epithelial tissues will come from ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. Epithelial tissues derived from all the three germinal layers. That is the first thing. Epithelial tissue rests on basement membrane. That is the second thing. Basement membrane comprises of two portions, basal lamina, reticular lamina. That's the third point. Then if that they are avascular. What is avascular? No blood vessels and no capillaries are present there. That means they'll take the nourishment from the underlying tissue. Next, the property. Some may have microvilli, some may have stereocilia. Microvilli increases the surface area for absorption. Lively I shown in the proximal convoluted tubule that microvilli helpful for the more absorption of the water in the nephron of the kidney. Next, the stereocilia. They're all the non-motile, non-movable, we can say, like process seen in the reproductive tract like epididymis and internal ear also having this kind of cilia. These are the properties here to be remembered. Stereocilia are non-motile, whereas cilia are motile. Why? Where do you see cilia actually? In case of paramecium, a unicellular protozoan, you may have seen the 10,000 to 14,000 cilia, isn't it? So they are that cilia for locomotion actually. That cilia for locomotion. But here we are talking about stereocilia, non-movable cilia which are present in the inner ear. They are for equilibrium, to maintain the body equilibrium. That we'll discuss in second year. But at least you need to understand that where stereocilia are non-motile, whereas cilia are motile. Why? We can give answer at least now. Cilia are motile because they are cilia for locomotion. That cilia are meant for locomotion in case of protozoa, isn't it? And also you can see in the trachea that cilia are present. That is to prevent the entry of dust particles. Okay, when we enter into the topic, we learn everything. So there are two types of epithelial tissues, namely simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Based on the number of layers of the strata, we classify the epithelial tissue into simple epithelium and compound epithelium. We are seeing the properties of the epithelium. Now, let us classify. So, let me draw here that visually I'll show you how that classification has done. Simple epithelium compound. This is the basement membrane with basal lamina. Okay, then above on the basement membrane, if the one row of cells are present, if the cell rows are one, we say such epithelium as simple epithelium. Only one row of cells are present. We call that is simple epithelium. Okay, next. What is stratified? Strata means layers and strata means layers. So this is the basement membrane. Then basement membrane having two basal lamina, reticular lamina as usual. Then strata like this, like this. It's just like an apartment. Two or more rows of cells are present. One row, second row, third row, likewise. That many rows of cells are present on the particular basement membrane. First row, the basal row is on basement membrane. Then remaining rows are above, one and above, one on the above. Okay, so what do you say this kind of epithelium as stratified, containing layers or compound epithelium? Stratified or compound epithelium. Okay, so try to find out the difference. Then after we enter into the topic. Simple epithelium and stratified or compound epithelium. Simple epithelium and stratified or compound epithelium. Okay, so then